Hey guys, the death of his beloved son, the fury of a father in a state of total shock, brings to mind a nostalgic scene from the Frieza saga on Namek, where we saw Goku witness his friend Krillin being killed by Frieza in a completely humiliating way. This triggered a rage in Goku that had never been seen before, unleashing the form that Frieza feared most, driven by the legend of the Super Saiyan. Frieza saw his greatest fear become reality and, though stunned by the situation, thought he would still be a match for the Super Saiyan, who ultimately defeated Frieza at his full power. Since then, we haven't seen a scene as intense as that. But what if Goku's decision to entrust the responsibility to Gohan opened up an opportunity to bring something even more intense, even knowing about the Dragon Balls that can resurrect someone who died from unnatural causes? Could the fury unleashed in that moment be the fuel Goku needs to surpass even Frieza's new black form? Would this be the opportune and dynamic scenario for this to happen? What's your opinion on this? Speaking of opportune scenarios, I'll take this opportunity to ask for your help. Please subscribe to the channel, leave a like, and hit the notification bell. That's it, folks. Let's dive into another video. Let's go. With Gohan's death, who is now the protector of Earth, and as its protector who, after fighting against Goku, revealed to his father the weakness of his then strongest form, Ultra Instinct, both returned to Earth for a well-deserved rest. Want to know more about this event? Stay until the end as we continue to talk about it. Dragon Ball has been missing the courage to kill an important character, not literally, but just the idea of an important character dying, even with the option of being resurrected later, would give Dragon Ball fans that thrill in the pit of their stomach. We almost saw Gohan die at Frieza's hands in the Resurrection of F movie, where Goku arrived just in time to save Gohan before Frieza's final blow. They could have created this narrative to trigger something in Goku, but I believe they didn't do that because Goku and Vegeta were training with Beerus and Whis on another planet, and they clearly wanted to show the fruits of their training, so they avoided that happening. So, it continued where Goku and Vegeta ended Frieza, despite his new golden Frieza form, with the help of Whis, who rewound time after Frieza destroyed Earth due to Goku's oversight. Now, as the years have passed, and everyone has grown stronger without much direction to go, imagine awakening a new form out of nowhere. Not literally out of nowhere, but through training, of course. But I'm talking about something more incisive, more impactful, especially now that Frieza is on a completely different level and without his previous weaknesses. So, the question arises, how far would a father's fury go for the son he loves? Based on this, even though some think Goku isn't a good father, I completely disagree. He has great respect for Gohan. We saw this more fervently in Dragon Ball Super, during both of their fights. Goku trusts his son so much that he handed him the keys to Earth, knowing he could continue training without worrying because of Gohan. This also ties into the fact that Akira Toriyama, the eternal creator of Dragon Ball, handed the keys to Toyotaro. After the terrible event of Akira Toriyama's death, Dragon Ball went on hiatus. But have you thought about the question I posed at the beginning of the video? With the return of a new saga for Dragon Ball Super, Goku, who is stagnated with Ultra Instinct, even though he has evolved it, hasn't suffered a painful loss. We could include Beerus in this category, but he was quickly brought back to life. So, since the introduction of Super Saiyan, activated by the pain of losing Krillin, where Goku entered a state of rage, he hasn't had that explicit feeling within him. In a way, when he went to the future where Black told him how he killed his son Goten and his wife Chi-Chi, Goku got angry, but he didn't enter a state of rage, so we don't know what could have truly happened. We all know that Goku, Vegeta, and even Gohan experienced their transformations due to some external factor, whether it was for a loved one, as seen most recently with Gohan's Beast Mode transformation, or with Goku's iconic Super Saiyan form, seen for the first time, or Gohan's Super Saiyan 2 against Cell during the Cell games in Dragon Ball Z, and Vegeta's case against Beerus, where he managed to surpass Goku's Super Saiyan 3, the strongest Saiyan transformation at the time, surpassing even Majin, Vegeta, and Super Saiyan 2. Not to mention Gohan's mystic form, which was only possible with the help of the old Kai. Beerus, the god of destruction, imprisoned the old Kai in the Z sword due to a disagreement between them. During a meeting between the Supreme Kais and the gods of destruction, Beerus and the old Kai had an argument. Although Beerus was furious, he found it inappropriate to destroy the sacred world of the Kais. Instead, he sealed the old Kai in the Z-Sword. This imprisonment lasted for about 75 million years until Gohan, trying to use the Z-Sword to increase his power, ended up breaking the blade and freeing the old Kai. Taking this into account, let's consider the scenario where we might see Goku's new transformation for the return of Dragon Ball, and as a result of this, the sacrifice of his esteemed son, Gohan the Beast. With Gohan's death, who is now the protector of Earth, and as its protector who, after fighting Goku, revealed to his father the weakness of his then strongest form, Ultra Instinct, both returned to Earth for a well-deserved rest. Well, almost everyone, Broly and his friends continue with Whis and Beerus. I believe he'll be quite evolved as well, after Goku and Vegeta return to Beerus' planet, but that's a topic for another video. It's common in Dragon Ball that when there's a warrior on Gohan's level, they will certainly introduce a warrior on par with him, and they kind of close the door for Goku and Vegeta right there against Frieza on the planet Cereal. Frieza Black made his debut in Chapter 87 of the manga Dragon Ball Super during the Granola, the Survivor Saga. After an intense 10-year training in a hyperbolic time chamber on one of the planets he conquered, Frieza achieved this new powerful form. He appeared on planet Cereal, where he quickly defeated Gas and Elec, showing that he is still an unforgiving villain. Then, Frieza Black faced Goku and Vegeta, who were in their most powerful forms, Ultra Instinct and Ultra Ego, and defeated them with ease. And with the manga's return, we won't have any kind of time skip, which is very unlikely, so the story would continue. During a conversation with Gohan and his family, Goku could mention to Gohan about this new threat from Frieza, once again placing the responsibility on Gohan, just as he did during the Cell games. During the Cell saga in Dragon Ball Z, Goku decided that Gohan should be the one to defeat Cell. Goku believed in Gohan's hidden potential and knew he had immense power that could be awakened in a situation of great need. He also wanted Gohan to learn to trust his abilities and become stronger. During the battle, Goku encouraged Gohan to release all his strength, which eventually led to Gohan transforming into Super Saiyan 2 for the first time. This transformation was crucial for Cell's defeat, although it was a difficult and emotionally intense path for Gohan. It would be a parallel to that, with Goku once again placing his trust in Gohan, even more so now that he wants to protect what is precious to him. So, we conclude that it would happen like this. Frieza comes to meet Gohan, as he heard from someone that Goku and Vegeta returned to Earth, and there he comes with his subordinates, but Gohan is there waiting for him. Goku, fully confident in his son, lets him fight, and Gohan quickly says, "I won't let you hurt anyone else, Frieza." With a powerful scream, Gohan charges forward, his fists glowing with energy. He attacks Frieza with a series of fast and precise blows. Frieza, surprised by Gohan's speed and strength, momentarily retreats, but quickly counterattacks with an energy beam that Gohan barely dodges. The battle continues fiercely, with both warriors exchanging devastating blows. The ground trembles, and the sky lights up with energy explosions. Gohan, determined to protect his friends and family, gives it his all, but Frieza is a formidable opponent. In a moment of carelessness, Frieza lands a critical blow on Gohan, knocking him to the ground. Gohan tries to get up, but he is severely injured. Frieza slowly approaches, laughing. "You fought well, boy, but in the end, you're just a weak Saiyan." With a last effort, Gohan tries to launch a Kamehameha, but Frieza is faster. He fires an energy beam directly at Gohan's chest, who falls to the ground, lifeless. That would be the climax, and certainly Goku, seeing that, would go into a state of shock but couldn't go to the battlefield. But there's more than meets the eye here. Goku would simply transform into something so powerful that not even Beerus or Whis could imagine, transforming into something even more powerful than a Hakai. What do you think could happen after that? This is just a reflection to share with you, but I believe it would be a moment of transformation. Goku would achieve something completely new in homage to Gohan, or maybe to bring Gohan back to life. but that would be another scenario. That's it for today, guys. Until the next video.